Okay, let's play some Contradiction. It's been some time since I was playing this game. Let's see if this is any better.
My name is Jenks, Detective Inspector Frederick Jenks, and I've been assigned to a last-minute investigation into the death of Kate Vine, a PhD student found drowned at midnight last Friday in a lake in the woods on the outskirts of the tiny village of Edenton. I have until first thing tomorrow morning to decide whether her death was a simple accident or whether this was murder. Kate Vine appeared to the world to be a bright, confident, fun-loving PhD student with everything to live for. However, a history of depression and alcoholism revealed in her medical records suggests that in reality, she had become adept at hiding behind a mask. A lab report indicating a high level of alcohol in her blood, along with the late hour of her death and a lack of witnesses, makes a strong case that this was suicide. But the verdict overlooked some curious details. Why was her driving license found on the opposite side of the lake in which she drowned? Also, there were traces of morphine in Kate's system. Where did she get it? Kate was known to be a free spirit with a nihilistic love of danger, which may, in part, have something to do with a business course called Atlas, which Kate had joined and which she had been attending on the night of her death. Based in a large, stately home on the outskirts of the village, the exclusive Atlas is run by father and son team, Paul and Ryan Rand. Both were interviewed following Kate's death, but neither claimed to have seen Kate after the meeting, and both were understandably eager to distance themselves and Atlas from the tragedy. This isn't the first time that Atlas has been investigated. Atlas and their questionable methods, which many have suggested border on mind control. Ryan is married to Rebecca, landlady of Edenton's village pub, the George and Dragon. As yet, she hasn't been interviewed, though it's likely Kate visited the pub on more than one occasion. One of Kate's friends was Emma Bowman, who lives at Eden Lodge on the road leading out of Edenton village. Emma was also doing a PhD at the same university, but didn't attend Atlas. Interviewed after Kate's death, Emma seemed shocked and upset, insisting she hadn't seen Kate that night. However, it turned out her boyfriend had. Cymon Thompson met Emma at university. After completing his degree around 18 months ago, he went to work at a shop in the neighbouring village. He started at the Atlas course a few months ago. Cymon insisted that he didn't see Kate after the meeting, but the sergeant interviewing him noted he seemed oddly unmoved by her death, which makes him the first person I want to see tonight. It's time for some answers.
Okay, yeah, that thingy was a bit loud, or louder than usual here. Welcome to Edenton Village. Pull the arrows to move around the village. If you see the mountain grass, try and investigate. Yeah, I remember that stuff. Click the inventory icon to see your collected items. If you are at a location where you think you can use a physical item, try the use icon. Alright. That's the end system, main menu. Let's see what does. Okay, yeah. I don't see anything else. Like, what are the rest of the items? Okay, well, this doesn't need to be that quiet, I guess. Maybe it's just the intro, just for the cutscenes. I guess we're about to see. Yeah, sure, I'm already here. Okay. I think I have to go north. Yeah, I'm going north. There was something to investigate. No, nothing. Oh, it's here now. I thought it was in the lower right before.
Very trusting, leaving a bike unlocked. Looks like homebrew equipment. Ah, this might come in handy.
Is it Cymon?
Yeah.
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm investigating an incident in the village. Could I come in and ask you a few questions, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
We can just go through here if you want. Emma's working in the front room.
Hi.
This is Inspector James.
Jenks.
What's all this about?
There was a death in the village. Kate Vine, I believe you both knew her.
Yeah. Do you need to speak to both of us?
I'll just speak to Cymon first, if that's okay.
Just come through. Is it okay in here?
Oh, this'll be fine, yeah.
Do you want anything? Water?
No, I won't be long.
Okay.
Alright, I remember some of this stuff. Well, most stuff. And the instructions, I mean. They changed some of the visuals here. That's interesting. Not sure if that was necessary, but then again I don't remember exactly how it looked like, so... oh well.
When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
So last Friday's meeting, I think.
Did you see her after the meeting?
No.
How long have you known Kate?
That would be when we started Atlas. 3 months ago?
Did you socialise outside Atlas?
No.
How would you describe her? What sort of person was she?
Well, she's talented. She was full of life, you know? Sharp, quite sharp.
Would you say she had any emotional problems?
Her mood could change. And, well, there was the drinking problem.
When did you become aware of that?
Well, she would come drunk to meetings sometimes. She would reek of the stuff. I mean, everyone knew, but nobody really said anything.
So, tell me a bit about Atlas.
Oh, it's just a business management training program for postgrads.
And you started this after you left college?
Yeah.
And it's on every Friday?
Yeah, well, my group isn't doing it this Friday, but one of the groups is.
Okay, thanks. Did you know whether Kate had lost bliss or not?
No. No, I don't think so. I've never seen it before.
Whose is the bike outside?
Oh, that's my cousin's. He lent me it. I need to buy a new lock for it, though.
So it's your bike at the moment?
Yeah. There's no bus service to speak of around here, so it's really the only way to get around.
Yeah, we don't need to tell him about that.
I noticed a lot of bottles outside. Are they yours?
Yeah, I make homebrew.
For yourself?
Well, no, I give it out to my friends and stuff. I tried selling it at first, but I didn't have any takers. Except for James over at Farmhouse. I used to trade it to him for herbs and stuff.
Do you see James a lot?
No, not really.
Thank you. Probably be back later. Don't worry, it's only a few questions.
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
It was last Thursday in the college library. I saw her and we chatted for a bit. She seemed her usual self.
What was her usual self?
Oh, just Kate being Kate. You know, a bit wild.
Wild? In what way wild?
Oh, she just used to question everything, you know. Have arguments with the lecturers, things like that.
What else?
Kate had a drink problem.
How noticeable was that?
Well, it wasn't at first, but as the year went on, she'd be drunk in the afternoon. But I think she cut down, you know, towards the end of college and when she started her PhD.
Did you know whether Kate had lost this or not?
I don't know, but I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I guess I can use some of that.
Whose is the bike outside?
Oh, it's Cymon's cousin's. He uses it to get to work.
You know the lock's broken.
Oh, I know, I keep telling him to fix it.
Interesting, let me try this.
What's the stack of bottles outside?
Oh, that's all Cymon's stuff. You better ask him. I don't know.
Have you ever tried Cymon's homebrew?
Me? No. I don't like beer. I only drink wine. I can't stand spirits either.
That's all for the moment. Thank you. Best to knock on the window for Emma. Cymon always answers the front door. Looks like a piece of jewellery there, stuck between the boards. Well and truly wedged in. Interesting. I thought forensics had checked the whole area. Obviously not very well.
This is probably locked, but I'll try it. Why not? Yeah.
Have to come back later, I think.
It's too early for this.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. Recognise this at all?
It does remind me of something. I don't know. I've seen it somewhere, but no, I don't know.
Be back later on, if that's okay. Ever seen this?
Looks like, that's my old necklace. I gave this to Kate.
So Kate might have been wearing it last Friday.
Yeah, well, perhaps, but I can't see why. She was always buying new things, you know, lots of jewellery, stuff like that. It's meant to be a bird in cage, but the cage's fallen off. Oh, I'll show you.
Where did you buy it?
I didn't. Some wanted present.
Secret admirer.
Not so secret.
I see. Do
That's how it should have looked. It's called a freedom necklace.
you mind if I keep this?
No, not at all.
So the necklace did belong to Kate. Interesting. I'm starting to wish I'd brought a spare evidence bag. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you. You know what this is?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Emma had one like it. Actually, you know what? Kate had one. I remember because I asked her about it one night when we were all out drinking in college. I was probably pretty drunk.
That's what college is all about. Thank you. Probably be back later. Always nice to randomly find a key on the floor. Wow, isn't that interesting?
That's interesting. Wasn't there a way to go somewhere around this place? I guess that's later as well. Okay then, never mind. I guess they already told me something that does not quite hold up.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Oh, we're not mentioning this? Okay. I see how it is.
Thank you. Probably be back later. That's all for the moment, thank you.
Very interesting. I don't see anything that really works. Yeah, we'll check this place. I remember you have to keep investigating in the same places over and over, because sometimes new events unfold. The thing is, I already checked all of these. Nothing significant has happened, so this won't be it. We can probably teleport right away. Yeah, wasn't it here or there? But I remember you had to go somewhere around the back. Well then. It has just begun. This is nothing. I will check that. I cannot even ask them about any of that stuff. Okay then, let's see, what did I miss?
A couple more questions, if that's okay?
Okay, I've asked about everything. I can't seem to be able to use the key now. I can't ask about it, I can't ask about the other things. Damn.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I can even talk to James yet? Maybe I'll have to replace some of the answers. Let's try it, I guess. Nope. That's so. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that easy. The answer is on the same screen or under the same, category. This also doesn't make too much sense. Yeah, I don't know. What else am I missing?
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I don't know. Talk to the chief, I guess. There is nothing left. Go ahead in the pub, sends him to the door. Yeah. I think this comes into play much later. Yep.
Hello?
Chief?
Yep.
It's Jenks.
Hi.
I've questioned Simon Thompson and Emma Bowman so far. Oh, and I found a pendant by the lake, which turns out to have been Emma's. But Emma gave it to Kate. So, chances are, Kate was wearing it the night she drowned.
What does Thompson know about it?
Simon doesn't seem to know much.
I don't trust Thompson. Then again, I don't trust Emma that much either. Try and get a bit of background on them, you know, usual stuff. When did Emma meet Kate? How long have they known each other? How long has Thompson known her? Give me a call back when you've got some more.
Thanks, Chief.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. I guess I missed something.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, were they going to the same place?
Aha.
So how did you know Kate was wearing a freedom necklace 18 months ago? At college?
Well, I knew Kate at college, but I didn't get to know her till we started Atlas.
Right, so you didn't socialise with her at college?
No.
And you didn't socialise with her outside of Atlas?
No.
You didn't see her outside Atlas at all?
No, not at all.
So Cymon did know Kate at college, but why would he lie about that? Maybe he knows Kate better than he's willing to admit. 6 o'clock. I wonder if Rebecca's working in the pub tonight.
Go left. I think there was nothing to the left, like ever.
Sorry, what can I get you?
Detective Inspector Jenks. Rebecca, is it?
Yeah.
There's been an incident in the village. I'm conducting an investigation. Could I ask you a few questions, please?
Right. Come through.
Thank you.
What's it about?
There's been an unexplained death locally. Not sure if you've heard.
The student?
Yes.
Yes, it was dreadful news.
You're married to Ryan, one of the Atlas leaders, yes?
I suppose I am, yes.
Well, I just wanted to ask a few questions about Kate and Atlas, if that's okay.
I don't know if I'll be able to answer any of them, but sure.
Did you know Kate?
Not very well. She came in a few times, but she was quite a moody person. You could tell she had problems.
When was the last time you saw her?
Friday. She popped in for a minute.
And when was that?
7-ish.
Was she on her own?
I didn't see who she was with. She put £20 on the bar and then left.
What was that for?
A breakage, presumably.
£20? Just for a beer glass?
Well, she was very drunk. She just put it on the bar and then walked out.
Was there a broken glass?
Not that I noticed. But she was a strange girl.
Have you seen this before?
No, sorry.
So you didn't know if Kate had lost it?
No idea.
Know anything about Cymon Thompson's homebrew?
Does he make homebrew?
Apparently.
No, we do buy from a microbrewery, but we don't usually buy from kitchen breweries.
Do you recognise this?
I've seen students wearing them. Has some sort of meaning, doesn't it? I forget what it is now.
Seen anyone wearing one recently?
Not that I can remember.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
Alright, you're off the hook. For now. Ah, here we go.
A broken window. Recently smashed by the look of it. Might have to ask about that. I wonder whose mask this is. Rebecca's or Ryan's? Just looks like junk, but it's too dark to tell.
Oh, maybe we'll come back later?
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Do you know what this is?
Oh, you'll have to ask Ryan about that.
So this is Ryan's.
It's to do with one of Ryan's methods on the course.
Go on.
Well, masks allow you to play at being someone different for a while. Students find it quite liberating.
So this would be for a student?
I think that one's Ryan's, but students do wear them, yes.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Okay, well, seemingly nothing here yet. There is also probably nothing I want to do here. Yeah. Let me quickly teleport over here. I'll probably have to check the woods again.
Who is it? I'm a police officer, Detective Inspector Jenks. It's all right, you can carry on if you want to. I was just going. I'm investigating a death in the village, Kate Vine. There was a death recently
I know,
in the...
I knew her.
Well, could I ask you a few questions, please?
Bit dark.
Well, if you give me your name and address, I'll come later on. Where do you live?
Farmhouse!
And what's your name?
Actually, was there even anything else at the jetty? Probably. I think it was nothing until the rest of the game, but oh well. Let's see, this is probably too only for this. Again. Oh, it's open. Really? Let's see what we got here.
Ryan was interviewed in the lounge, according to the report. That must be his office.
Wait, I actually did not try teleporting from inside the building. I might as well go and visit this
According to
guy.
the map, Abbey Farm is across the road there.
Oh yeah, there was something over here, wasn't there?
Picture frames with black painted glass. Very interesting.
Could I ask you a few more questions, please?
Didn't take you long.
Haven't got much time. Just close the doors, shall I?
Where do you want to sit?
Oh, anywhere's fine. I didn't quite catch your name.
James, sit there.
Thank you, James.
Why are you asking me about Kate Vine?
Routine. You know Cymon, don't you? Thompson.
Why, what did he say?
That you all went to college together, you and Kate. That right?
Might have done.
Right. Good enough. When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
Can't remember.
How did you know her?
Through Cymon. His girlfriend was mates with her. Saw her around college a few times.
Did you socialise with her much?
Nah. She wasn't my type.
Did you know whether Kate had lost this or not?
No idea.
What do you know about Cymon's bike?
What bike?
You haven't seen him on a bike?
I haven't seen him.
When was the last time you saw him?
About a month ago.
Have you ever tried Cymon's homebrew?
Thompson's tar? Yeah, I've tried it.
Did he sell it?
Well, not to me, not for money anyway. We used to trade stuff.
What did you trade?
I make a nice herbal tea as it happens. Him and his girlfriend were into it.
What was his beer like?
Lethal.
Strong?
Knock your eyes out.
Ever seen one of these before? Freedom necklace.
Don't think so.
Know anything about a broken window at the pub?
Don't go to the pub.
You've never been to the pub?
Didn't say that. I've been to the pub, but not for about 2 months, 3 months.
Ever seen this before?
No, should I have?
No, it's okay. Now, what's all this stuff in the workshop? Paint and stencils and things like that?
Just a little sideline of mine.
Oh, you do picture framing?
They're black mirrors. Scrying mirrors.
Now, what's a scrying mirror?
Show you one if you want. Scrying goes back centuries. The ancient Persians did it. This country pagans still practice it. The fortune tellers pretend to do it. That's what the crystal ball's all about. It's all scrying. The mirror's just one way of doing it.
But what is scrying?
Depends who you are. People do it for different reasons.
What sort of reasons?
Exploring your mind, clearing your mind, communicating with the dead.
Is that what you use them for, James? Communicating with the dead?
I only make them for other people these days.
And there's a market for these, is there?
Lots of people want to talk to the dead, even if they don't believe in it.
Do you make a profit on them?
I don't do it for the money.
How very charitable of you. Can I keep this?
Keep it.
Thank you. Black mirrors and hookah pipes. I wonder what else James is into.
Oh, lots of stuff. Did I ask about everything? Seems so. Alright, time to go.
That's all for the moment. Thank you. Just a few more questions, if you don't mind. How did the window get broken out round the back?
I don't actually know. Someone said 2 girls were arguing outside. I found out after they'd gone.
And when was this?
Last Friday, just after we opened, about 6:30. I taped over it until I can get it fixed. We don't want people getting cut and suing us.
Does that sort of thing happen a lot? Arguments?
No, not really. I'm quite strict when it comes to borrowing clients I don't think are suitable.
Have you seen one of these before?
Is it meant to be black like that?
I think so.
No.
Okay, well, that was fast. Did I ask about the mask? Oh yeah, I asked about the mask. The previous time I was here. Okay.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Seems fine. Then again, the previous, so to say, chapter 1 interactions were fine, or hour 1, what was it, 5 PM? Were fine, but apparently they weren't. Time to ask these two about some things.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Do you know anything about a broken window at the pub?
No, I don't really go to the pub very often. I'm not exactly a pub person.
Have a look at this. Know anything about that?
I haven't seen this one, but it looks a lot like an Atlas mask. We use them for some of the workshops and stuff.
Really? How?
Well, you have to say something boastful or arrogant. You do it first without the mask, and then you say it with a mask.
And the point is?
Well, it's easier when you have the mask on, isn't it? People are not as afraid to be free about themselves, you know?
How did you find out about Atlas?
Well, it was advertised. Actually, I think I've still got the... This is the advert that was at my college. To be honest, I've learned more in 3 months at Atlas than I did in 3 years at business school.
Can I keep that?
Yeah, go for it.
I suppose that might be useful as a conversational starter.
Yeah, okay, I asked about all of these. Ever seen this before?
Ever seen one of these?
Yeah, that's one of James's. He's into like New Age stuff, mysticism, magic spells, that sort of thing. He's nuts, though. I mean, he thinks the government are tracking him or something.
Why would he think that?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Well, maybe I will. Okay, anything else? So he gave me that. Well, that's a shame. Let's ask Emma then.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Know anything about a broken window at the pub round the back?
The pub, a broken window at the back. Yeah, I saw it was broken.
When was that?
I was in the pub on Monday with a college friend.
Liar. Who is your friend? A liar again. Anyway. Ever seen this before?
Ever seen this before?
Nope, I haven't, sorry. I think I'd have remembered it.
Have you seen one of these before?
Is that from James?
Now, what do you know about James?
That he's creepy. He was selling them last Friday at the market. There's a market every week type thing. And, I usually go there for lunch.
So you wouldn't buy one of these?
No, I wouldn't. But Kate would.
Was she, into this sort of thing?
No, I don't think so. She bought one, and, I went round to her flat to try it out. You're meant to see ghosts or spirits or something. It doesn't work.
How do you use it?
You're just meant to stare into it. Shall I show you?
Go ahead.
Okay, so you just stare like this, and then you see.
See what?
sorry. Look, you're meant to see a ghost or something. Look, it doesn't work. It didn't work, sorry.
What do you know about Atlas?
I know that it's a business course. I went with Cymon when he first went, but it wasn't really my thing.
How often did you go?
Just the once.
And you decided it wasn't for you?
Yeah, I'd been to something similar, so decided it wasn't for me.
You had been to something similar. Oh yes, I'm gonna need that piece of info, but she obviously isn't gonna mention that. Or, well, she already mentioned it, but she isn't gonna say too much about that right now. Okay, well, I have a bunch of more info now. That's not interesting, at least for now.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Run around, see what I can find, if anything. Yep, I thought so. I'm gonna keep checking though, just in case. Is this guy here now? I talked to some people, or do we need to advance the hour maybe? Yeah, I guess so.
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
What do you know about this?
It's an advertisement. They had it designed by an agency, I think.
And when was that?
Last year sometime.
Thank you. Probably be back later. Few more questions, please.
Ever seen one of these?
Seen them around college.
What do you know about it?
Not much. It's a business course. Ask Cymon, he's on it.
You wouldn't be interested in that sort of thing? And you haven't discussed it with Cymon?
Not really. Business doesn't interest me.
Really? And why is that? Okay then.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
Okay, so it's actually let me check this again. Yeah, I think this spot has also a little bit usefulness, but I may be wrong about that.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Okay, so he gave me that. Oh, this gets read out, crossed out, something like this. Let me check again. I don't see anything interesting here right now. Maybe this is like my best bet. The mask. I believe he was gonna pretty high up in that course. He doesn't recognize the mask. And then they use one and the same as well. Yeah, I don't see how this is gonna help me.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Did I already show this to her? Yes. Oh yeah, I remember. couple of instances here with her. Okay. I'm starting to forget.
Thank you.
What
Probably be back later.
James told me exactly. It's either her, I think, or Rebecca. Also, that I missed something. And Rebecca's. I guess so. Just go back and forth. There isn't anything new here, right? I just checked that. I found out a couple of things. I talked to a couple of people. Yeah, it shouldn't be anything. Wait, I can't go look at the back anymore? That's interesting. I'm still trying to replace my monitor. I think you get a flashlight later on. Somehow.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Okay, what do I know here? This is kind of questionable, maybe? Yeah. Maybe that happened in the process. Damn. I guess today is my day. I'm thinking about some things here, but they don't seem like contradictions. I know this and breaking the windows are connected, but there is no way I can prove that now. Yeah, maybe try something.
Aha.
Really?
So, you said Kate gave you £20 for a breakage, but you didn't have a breakage.
That's right.
Do you think the payment could have been for the broken window? Could it have been Kate who was arguing?
Well, I suppose it could have been, yeah. It could have been Kate, you're probably right, yeah.
But you don't know who she was arguing with?
No, I'm not sure.
I'll ask around. Not realising Kate had broken the window. Rebecca really should have worked that out before now. Unless she did. But why would she lie about that?
Unless she did, yeah. Okay, now that he mentioned it, I remember that she said she didn't have any breakage, but anyway. Okay, so there is this. I guess I have no more work here for now. Oh, now I'll be able to ask about this line, I guess.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
Let's see if I'm correct.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. Did you hear about an argument in the pub last Friday?
No, I wasn't there.
You weren't in the village?
No, I went home last Thursday night, actually, to see my parents.
But you do visit the pub?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I know Rebecca quite well. We all went there quite a bit after college.
Yep, I knew it. I don't think I have it yet though, do I? Oh, something with this Thursday stuff. Oh, that's bit. Yeah, this. That's it, eh? Yay.
Aha. So, you went home to see your parents on Thursday night, that right?
Yes.
But you said you saw James at the market on Friday.
No, I went to see my parents on Friday night.
What time did you go on Friday?
8 or 9.
And you didn't see Kate at all on Friday?
No.
You're not a very good liar, Emma.
Okay. I saw Kate.
Where?
At the pub we were arguing.
Go on. What were you arguing about?
I'd lent her £50 because she was desperate, and we were just arguing. It didn't really bother me, she just didn't have it.
And Kate broke the window?
Yes. She did things like that when she was angry.
Smash things?
Yes.
So it was Emma arguing with Kate, but why didn't she want to admit it? In case it gave her a motive? Or something else?
A lawyer, or something else is right. Last saw Kate on Friday, not Thursday. Yes, indeed. Chase, there was a bunch of stuff. Didn't see her very often. Didn't she say they went to the pub? Oh, after college. That doesn't say often. Yeah, might as well try it, why not? That's a possible lie as well, who knows? These I think are kinda irrelevant. I think they become relevant kinda at the end, along with the bike, or towards the end. That's mostly about James, the mirror. She knew Kate had bought one. Okay. She let her money because she needed it. It's only after this event. Right. That's already is after the event here. Yeah, that's definitely after that event. Or maybe yeah, no need to look at the bottles or the bike or even the homebrew. So it must be some of the other things. I'm also gonna try this. Yeah.
So you lent money to Kate because she was desperate, but she bought loads of jewellery and things. So why were you lending her money?
Well, no, it's because,
It wasn't about money, was it, Emma?
No.
Go on. What was it really about?
We were arguing because she was going to blackmail Ryan, the guy from Atlas, over an affair he was having and then tell his wife if he didn't give her the money.
Ryan's affair with Kate?
No, I don't know. I think he was having an affair with another student and Kate found out.
And why were you involved?
Because I didn't really agree with it. I didn't agree with what she was doing even if he did have an affair.
Were you friends with Ryan?
No, I'd never met him.
You just thought Kate was wrong?
Yeah.
Not sure about this. Emma's either on a moral crusade, or there's another reason she was worried about Kate blackmailing Ryan.
Yeah, I think I remember how it went storyline wise. But what about my evidence here? Or should I maybe ask somebody else? Who else would know about that? So wait, did we record that piece of info? Ah, here we go. Kate want to blackmail Ryan over his affair, tries to persuade Kate not to blackmail Ryan. Has never met Ryan. Oh, that should be easy, shouldn't it? Is the main guy there?
Aha.
Yep.
You said you went to an Atlas meeting with Cymon.
Yes.
That's interesting, because I happen to know that Ryan is the main lecturer at Atlas. But you say you never met him. Why did you say you don't know him?
Okay, I need to tell you something. I just need to make sure Cymon doesn't find out.
I won't be telling Cymon anything he doesn't have to hear.
And you can't tell Rebecca either.
Go on.
Okay, so the affair that happened was between Ryan and I. I was having the affair, and Kate knew.
So Kate was blackmailing both of you?
No, she didn't care about me. It was part of the course, you see, having to take all these risks. She thought it was funny to turn her back on Ryan. She thought I wouldn't care.
But you did.
Yes, I was already with Cymon when Ryan and I... You know, and I didn't want Cymon finding out, and Kate thought that he wouldn't, but I didn't want her risking it. And then if Rebecca found out, then Cymon would definitely have found out, and then it would have blown up and it would have just been a big mess.
So you just argued and... what?
Well, she just stormed off and broke a window.
And that was it? You didn't see her again that night?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. I promise.
"7 o'clock. So, Ryan's a bit of Lothario, is he? I think it's time I met this Ryan Rand face to face."
Yes, indeed. Oh, by the way, I still don't believe her. Might as well teleport over there right away. Let's see, first things first, kinda curious about this place. Yeah, not yet. It's too early for this now.
Ryan!
Yes?
Detective Inspector Jenks, I'm conducting an investigation in the area. Wouldn't mind asking you a few questions, is that alright?
Come in, Inspector.
Thank you.
Investigated and annihilated.
Drink, Inspector.
I'd better not, eh?
So you wanted to speak to me?
I believe that Kate Vine was a student at Atlas.
Kate Vine? Well, yes, she was.
All of this has been thoroughly investigated, Inspector. It was suicide.
Well, we have reason to believe there may be rather more to it than that.
Really? Well, then in that case, I'd be prepared to assist in any way possible.
Thank you.
A pleasure.
Alright, this shall be interesting.
I believe the last time you saw Kate Vine was at the pub last Friday, then you came straight back with some of the students, is that right?
Yes, I like to have a glass of port or two after a long day, and benefits of being married to the landlady.
How did she seem that night?
The landlady?
Kate.
Oh, Kate. Well, she was her usual self, drunk.
That was usual.
It was for her, yes. I mean, it didn't impair her ability, though. She was a very bright star, lots of potential, very enthusiastic.
So she seemed to be enjoying the course?
As far as anybody could tell, yes.
When did you first meet her?
When she joined, about 3 months ago.
And you hadn't met her before then?
No.
So you didn't suspect there was anything wrong?
Well, do you mean, did I expect her to drown herself? Of course I didn't inspect her. It was quite a shock. Nobody expected that.
Have you seen this before?
Not that I recall.
You don't know whether Kate had lost this or not?
No, I've never seen it before, sorry.
Does Simon Thompson ride a bike, do you know?
I think so, yes. I think he drives as well, but I might be mistaken.
Oh yeah, pretty sure this comes up later.
Have you tried Simon's homebrew?
Does he make homebrew? No, I haven't had the pleasure, sorry.
Know what this is?
Yes. It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol that we use on the course. It's supposed to represent freedom from the chains of your ancestry.
Have you ever bought one of these?
I haven't, but I've seen the students wearing them.
What do you know about the broken window at the back of the pub?
Oh, Rebecca told me about it. I don't know how it got smashed, though. I told her to tape over it. We can't have anybody cutting themselves. You have to be very health and safety conscious these days.
Can you tell me about this?
Haven't seen that for a while. I had a friend who used to make them for us for the course. He passed away last year.
What does the symbol mean?
It's borrowed from paganism. It's the symbol of the triple goddess, the mother, maiden, and crone, represented by the waxing and waning of the moon. It's an ancient symbol. It predates Christianity. Some people say that it dates back to Paleolithic times.
And is that relevant to the course?
Well, no. I mean, it's a symbol we've dabbled with, but it's not particularly relevant. We don't use it on the course, no.
Have you seen one of these before?
I believe that looks like a scrying mirror to me.
You have seen one before?
Well, I used to have one myself, actually, along with lots of other bits and pieces of that nature. Silly things, you know.
Really?
Yes, when I was in my teenage years, I had quite an obsession with that kind of thing. I was a very somber child, and well, not that you could tell, always playing fantasy games, reading books about that kind of malarkey, you know.
What sort of books did you read?
Well, books on black magic, not the chocolates, witchcraft, satanic rituals, that kind of thing. I grew out of it, of course.
But you're not into that sort of thing now.
Of course I'm not. I don't need to believe in the supernatural, Inspector. The natural world is far more interesting. Don't you think so?
Tell me about this.
It's the first one we ever had made. We had it designed by an agency after we'd spent weeks trying to find a name for this place.
It took you weeks?
Don't be like that, Inspector. I thought it was a rather grand name. Actually, if I'm being honest, I plucked it out of thin air one night in the George while I was having a few gin and tonics. Well, actually, somebody left a book and I stole it.
Okay. Facial expressions are top notch. And Kate's argument. He doesn't know anything about it, probably.
Do you know anything about an argument in the pub last Friday?
What time?
I believe it wasn't long after the pub opened.
No. I usually leave for the manor house about 6. I start preparations around 6:30. I like to get a head start.
Okay. Do I have anything to fry him with? What's the fuse tools here? I don't believe him about that. Not used on the course. That may or may not come into play later. I think it does. Okay, these are a bit relevant here. Right, at least for now. And then there's this. Okay, maybe nothing yet. Maybe. I kinda forgot. Hasn't tried. Didn't he mention? Maybe he mentions later on that they don't allow. Yeah, that I think comes into play later. Then again, she was drunk at the meeting. It doesn't mean she was drinking during that time, so oh well. A new hour, it only makes sense to just
Thank you.
Look
Probably be
around,
back later.
turn around, see what I can find.
Do you mind not defacing public property, please?
What's it to you?
Well, I'm a policeman.
And that's supposed to make what difference exactly?
It means that you do exactly what I tell you to do.
Or what? Or you arrest me?
No, I'll give you a fine this time.
So, if I do something that you don't like, I have to give you some money? What happens if you do something that I don't like? You gonna give me some money?
Look, I do not have time to discuss it at the moment. Could you just go?
Pathetic.
What a prize brat. But why would he carve that into a tree? Either he's a die-hard rock fan, or there's more to that symbol than meets the eye.
Or, yep, the game has just picked up. Yes, indeed. Heading back to Atlas. Here we go.
A couple more questions, if that's okay. If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
It's a devil sign, isn't it? Is that what you're getting at, Inspector?
This is not something you use on the course.
Of course it's not something we use on the course, Inspector. I don't even know what that could possibly mean, exactly.
Really? Thinks it's that, but it doesn't know how it could be used. Okay, that kinda checks out, kinda. What about this stuff then? No? Okay. I mean, yeah, it's kinda dubious. Okay.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Have you seen this before? Oh wait, I keep forgetting to check. Yes, I can teleport from inside. Awesome. Let's ask them if they've seen. Oh wait, I was here. I should inspect the rest of the playground. Why not? Jetty, nothing. Yeah. It's outlived its usefulness. Whoops. Too fast.
What are you? Private eye?
No, I'm a police inspector.
Who are you looking for?
I'm investigating a death in the village.
That student, then. They did one last year, too. Same place.
Did what?
Drowned a student. Ask that psycho about it. He runs that business cult thing up at the big house. Bunch of nut jobs.
Hey, what was the student's name?
Liam... something? Or sod?
Atlas's reputation precedes them. I think I might call the station, find out a bit more about this Liam.
Hello, DCI Jones speaking.
Mike, it's Jenks.
Ah, Jenks, I thought you'd clocked off tonight.
Yeah, the chief's put me on a case tonight, the Edenton girl.
Friday night, you poor sod. I thought that was sorted out anyway.
I wish it was. Listen, are you near a computer?
I can be. Yeah, go on.
Do you know anything about a death last year? Someone called Liam in Edenton Village?
Don't remember it. Hang on, let's have a look. Edenton Village. Yeah, Liam Rogers. It says suicide last year.
Suicide?
Hang on, 2 suicides in 2 years, both in Edenton. Blimey, you've got your work cut out, Jenksy.
Yeah, don't I know it.
Right, well, good luck with that. See you Monday.
Thanks, Mike.
Liam Rogers, suicide again. 1 year earlier, same place. Nothing here yet.
A few more questions, please. Thank you. Know anything about an argument at the pub last Friday?
No.
Yeah, that's why I didn't think about coming over to ask him about that.
If I did that, would it mean anything to you?
Yeah, it's a Satanism symbol. Satanists use it.
Have you ever seen anyone using it?
Lots of people. Politicians, presidents, CEOs.
Have you ever seen anyone local using it?
Not that I remember.
Did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam who died.
You mean Liam who killed himself?
Yeah.
He was in my year, on a different course.
What course was Liam on?
Can't remember, not mine.
What was yours?
Plant science. First time I knew about Liam was when he killed himself.
Right, so you didn't meet him?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't have too much info about Liam anyway, as of yet. This degree in plant science, I think there was something here with that. Oh, he only mentioned this. Oh, maybe it's later. Yeah, maybe later.
Be back later on, if that's okay. ask you a couple more things, please? If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Why, is it meant to mean something?
No, it's okay.
Yeah, it's meant to mean something. I was certain.
What do you know about Liam?
You mean Liam who took his life? He used to play in a band, Black Rock or something? No, Black Stone.
Here we go.
Very gothic. I used to let them play in here sometimes at the weekends. They were quite good.
Did you know there was anything wrong? I mean, why he might have...
No, I didn't know him very well.
Okay, seems like I don't get quite enough, but the info still keeps piling up. There's no bad argument. Okay.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you. There you go. Come on. Cute. Smells nice. What is that?
Chili pork.
I had no idea you were a cook.
Oh, no, I used to be more into it. No, I don't do it so much. Used to grow my own herbs and everything.
Oh, here?
No. At the farmhouse where I used to live.
Oh, where was that?
That's where James lives. Yeah, we used to share a house together. The farmer used to let us use a corner of his greenhouse to grow stuff.
I didn't know you knew James that well.
Well, didn't really get on.
Where are the greenhouses?
Well, it's just through the farmyard at the back.
Interesting. Know anything about an argument at the pub last Friday?
No, I didn't go to the pub last Friday.
What did you do after the course?
Just went home. Came here. Just came straight back.
Oh, really? Tell me more, Mr. Shifty Eyes.
If I did, this, would that mean anything to you?
Who did you see doing that?
Someone in the woods, carving it into a tree.
That was Kyle. It's a guy from the course, he's an idiot.
And where does he live?
I can't remember, somewhere outside the village? The three fingers thing is something the students started doing. It's something from the course. The three freedoms.
The what?
The three freedoms? It's from the course. It's a phrase. Free to be free. Free yourself from the things that are holding you back, right? Things that stop you being successful.
What are they?
There's fear of failure, guilt, and doubting, self-doubt.
You believe that?
Yeah. Guilt ruins lives. It stops you looking forward. It serves no practical purpose. It's basically destructive.
Right. Free to be free. Not the most original slogan, but I wonder how far this freedom goes.
Yeah, also too many freedoms in one place. Ain't that right? Freedom necklace? Free freedoms? Please do tell me more.
What do you know about Liam?
Liam?
Local lad. Took his life.
Oh, that Liam! Yeah, I heard about him.
But you didn't know him?
No, I know he went to college, but didn't really know him. It's sad, though.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Nobody seems to know him. Okay, so he gave me this new line of inquiry here. Okay, seems like there is nothing here.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
For now.
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
No. Why?
It's okay. Thanks. What do you know about a student called Liam? Committed suicide last year.
Only that I didn't know really well.
Well. Isn't that shocking?
Do you know the phrase, free to be free?
Yeah. It's an Atlas thing. I first heard it when I went with Cymon.
What did they say about it?
They said that you shouldn't feel guilty if you do something wrong. I don't agree with that.
No?
No, I think you should feel guilty if you do something wrong.
What did Cymon think?
I don't know, but I don't think he agreed with that either.
That's not quite what she said, but okay. Not much I can do about that. Doubt Cymon agrees with it fully. Yeah. Don't know about this one as well. The thing is, I keep getting more and more stuff to ask about. Oh, it's probably time to grow Ryan now. I wouldn't be surprised. We still can't ask for them about this similar coins. That's a shame. A shame and a half. Okay, so Liam's death and the hand symbol, obviously, and the freedom phrase. Yeah, the blackmail affair type of stuff seems to involve her. And this freedom stuff is all about Atlas. So might as well.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I was thinking maybe it'd be nice if I just walk around just in case something new happens, but it should be fine for now. I think.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
What can you tell me about Liam?
Oh, Liam. You mean the boy who committed... Very unfortunate, isn't it?
Did you know him?
Oh, yes. Well, I say know him. I met him in the pub. Seemed very happy sort of person. Well, I say he seemed happy. He can't have been, can he?
Okay, one person is finally talking about him. One person admits he knows about him.
Can you tell me a bit about the phrase free to be free?
Free to be free, my favourite motto. Well, we teach our students that people, they suffer from excessive guilt, don't they? Excessive self-criticism, excessive doubt. Evils of excess, we call them. And we tell our students that if they rid themselves of these evils, then they're free to realise their full potential.
Who came up with all this?
I have a background in psychology.
Honestly?
Don't look so surprised, Inspector. There's an intellect lurking in here.
When did you come up with the phrase?
When we were based at the village hall. When I say we, I came up with the phrase. Dad's more the money man.
And very successful at it too, I hear.
Oh, he's successful, but he's not a creative man. Dad suffers from a lack of imagination.
Oh, here we go. Phrase invented while based at the village hall. Okay, that was interesting. And that was supposed to be interesting at some point. Okay then.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
I guess maybe his wife knows something? Something interesting about this phrase thingy?
Ask about a few more things, please.
Ever heard the phrase free to be free?
Do you mean the Atlas thing? Yes, I have.
Know what it means?
It means being free of guilt.
What do you think about that?
You mean, do I think it's a bad thing?
Do you? I mean, surely if you have done something wrong.
Oh, but that's the point, Inspector. Most people spend their time feeling guilty over nothing, and that's not a good thing.
Okay, here. Does that help me now? I don't see how.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Oh yeah, Cymon told me about the greenhouse. I can't forget about that.
Cymon mentioned another greenhouse on the farm. Must be up the hill over there.
Yeah.
I wonder if James knows this is here. Don't know what it is, but be interesting to see what he says about it.
Alright, more evidence. I guess more info. That's a hard chance for me to get stuck. Let's check the other place. Anything new there? Something. Oh, I think I remember what that was. Yeah, but then that's gonna be obvious if I'm correct about that one. It's gonna happen later.
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
Could you tell me what these are, please? I found them in the greenhouse.
Been snooping around on the farm, have we?
It's called investigating, James.
Yeah. It's just mint. Mint leaves. For cooking.
Yeah, I heard you were a bit of a budding chef.
Dabble a bit. Won a few competitions.
Very impressive. So you normally just leave packets of mint lying around?
Must have dropped it.
Yep. That's a real shame. I must have dropped it. Mint, by the way. I also use mint. A different kind of mint, though.
Ever hear the phrase free to be free? Heard anyone use that?
Nah. What is it, a song?
No, I don't think so. Doesn't matter.
No, it's the name of an album. Here is several of this. Yeah, like I said, this just adds to the evidence. I believe there is nothing you can do here.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I got me a new gadget, might as well go ask everyone else about it. I'll do another round at the block.
A few more questions, please. Do you know what these are?
Ah, magic mint. Where did you find this?
Magic mint.
Salvia divinorum. I used to grow it years ago. It makes you trip.
In what way?
It's a hallucinogenic and legal. Quite a dangerous combination, really.
Do you use it?
Me? No. No, I don't even take medicines. I like to stay pure.
I didn't expect Rebecca to know about growing drugs. I know she claims not to use them herself, but I'm not so sure.
Well, now you know. Also, I think this purism stuff comes in later. Doesn't take any drugs or medicines, yeah. I think this also may come up. Don't remember. Can I do anything here with that now? I don't think so.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
I get another line for the, special name. Why is that? Let's see. May I unlock something else here?
Ask you a couple more things, please. Ever heard of Salvia divinorum, James?
What's that, skin cream?
It's not a skin cream, no. It's a plant.
Really? Don't know much about plants.
So you've never heard of Salvia?
No.
Oh, okay, well... That's easy. For me, I remember this one was somewhere here.
Aha! So, your degree is in plant science, but you don't seem to know anything about plants.
Well, still got a lot to learn.
So you're still saying you've never heard of salvia?
Didn't say that.
So you have?
Maybe.
And you do grow it?
Yeah, it's legal, why not?
What do you do with it?
I use it for explorative purposes, meditation.
And does this involve anybody else?
Why?
Do you sell it or give it to anybody else?
No.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just for me, nobody else.
And that's the only drug you grow, is it?
Feel free to go and look if you want.
It's okay, I'll look later. The only drug he grows? I'm not sure I believe that, James. Then again, would someone growing illegal drugs bother growing a legal one?
A good question. I don't think we have anything else here, though. Private use only. How will we even know? That's just herbal tea, or so he says. Okay, then I'm off.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Hold on, did I check this place here? Once again, nothing. Still too early, maybe in the next hour.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. Know what these are?
No. Look a bit like sage leaves.
Haven't seen them before, though.
Not at all, no.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
Salvia divinorum?
Magic mint, same thing.
Oh yeah, you mean the drug? Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, ever tried it?
Well, once or twice, yeah. But it's not really my sort of thing. It messes with your brain. I've never tried any other drugs either. Well, nothing like that. Nothing hallucinogenic.
Never tried anything hallucinogenic or any other. Okay, then never mind. I guess I got nothing. For now. Now, this is not his area of expertise. This is more like it.
That's all for the moment. Thank you. You know what these are, by any chance?
No. Sorry. I don't know anything about plants or things like that, but you should ask Rebecca. She used to live on a farm. She'd know.
How do you know that? Well, probably irrelevant, but still.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's a drug, isn't it?
Yeah, hallucinogenic drug. Ever tried it?
No, I've never taken any illegal substances.
Has never taken any illegal substances. Really? Wait, the others said... It's kind of legal anyway. Okay then, so be it.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Time to explore some more.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. Do you know what this is?
Looks like chopped tea bags to me. What is it?
I just thought you might know.
I don't know anything about plants, Inspector. What you should do is ask Rebecca. She knows far more about these things than I do. Messy things, growing things.
I love this. Yes, this is a possible piece of evidence, like something you would write down, like leaves look like chopped tea bags. Doesn't know anything about plants. Okay. Next.
Have you ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
No. What is it?
It's a hallucinogenic plant, a legal one, at least for the moment.
I've no interest in drugs, Inspector. My job. That's the only drug I need. As trite as that may sound.
Do you know any students who may have used hallucinogens?
No. No, my students aren't interested in that kind of thing. Besides, no one is allowed drugs or alcohol onto the site. I don't think anyone has ever brought drugs to Atlas.
Do you have any medicines on site at all?
No, we're not allowed. Insurance purposes.
Mind if I check around? Also, what is that in your hand, you say? Can I even do anything about that? We'll try it, I guess. Unless to me means like she was already drunk and not necessarily this stuff. Let's see what happens. Yep. Oh, wasn't there something with this? Maybe in the poster? I forgot the whole answer, but maybe I want to play, why not?
Can you tell me a bit about the phrase free to be free?
Free to be free, my favourite motto. Well, we teach our students that people, well, they suffer from excessive guilt, don't they? Excessive self-criticism, excessive doubt. Evils of excess, we call them. And we tell our students that if they rid themselves of these evils, then they're free to realise their full potential.
Who came up with all this?
I have a background in psychology.
Honestly?
Yeah, don't look so surprised, Inspector. There's an intellect lurking in here.
When did you come up with the phrase?
When we were based at the village hall. When I say we, I came up with the phrase. Dad's more the money man.
And very successful at it too, I hear.
Oh, he's successful, but he's not a creative man. Dad suffers from a lack of imagination.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I have to find some more information out about that stuff.
Tell me about this.
It's the first one we ever had made. We had it designed by an agency after we'd spent weeks trying to find a name for this place.
It took you weeks?
Don't be like that, Inspector. I thought it was a rather grand name. Actually, if I'm being honest, I plucked it out of thin air one night in the George while I was having a few gin and tonics. Well, actually, somebody left a book and I stole it.
Okay. Alright, I should have everything now, so question is, who is it? I already found something about James, and maybe it's time for somebody else to be revealed, exposed, as they say. Man, I remember little bits and pieces of the storyline, but I I'm not quite there yet. I cannot get to that place. Or at least I don't see the answers right now. This is very interesting. A friend who died last year, and then there is also Liam, but he had heard about it, but he also had met him. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah, the mask. I wonder as well, like, why he doesn't believe, but he would use something like this? Why? I think there was something about this medicines on site. Let me look around.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
No, nothing. I cannot examine every room. Yeah, this leads me to outside. I don't think I want to be running around yet. Can't go there. Try this, I guess. No, that it would help. Oh.
Would you start a session? Do you mind?
I'm terribly sorry. I'll leave you in peace.
Okay, that was interesting. I don't quite remember, but if I'm thinking about it correctly, I should be able to break him. The thing is, there might be someone else lying about something or contradicting themselves, so to speak. Okay, nothing new. I'm gonna just run down. Yeah, nothing here. This is the village hall, right? And there was something interesting there with that. Nothing I can do here, I assume. This is not ready yet. Right. I already checked the greenhouses. There is no point whatsoever. There is only me and these suspects here and the chief, of course. Okay. Who do I teleport to? I don't know. Maybe I'll try her again.
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
There's quite a bit of info here about this stuff. You know, it makes you think there might be something interesting there. Yeah, I don't think I have anything here, not yet.
Thank you. Probably be back later. A few more questions, please. Thank you. Thank you. Probably be back later. That's all for the moment, thank you.
Damn, I was hoping to find something about someone here that may help me with Ryan, but I guess not. Maybe I will really have to call in the chief. I'm gonna try without for some purpose, see if I can make it.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
We'll see. I don't know, could that miss something? I guess it's worth a try. Seems like a pretty long shot. Let's see, do I have something here?
Aha.
There we go.
When you say herbal tea, do you mean salvia?
Probably.
So you traded salvia tea with Cymon for his homebrew?
So?
So why did you say you didn't give salvia to anybody else? Did you give it to anybody else? How many people did you give it to? Did you give it to Kate?
No.
How about Liam?
I didn't have anything to do with him dying, if that's what you mean.
So you did give him salvia?
Yes, I gave him salvia because he asked for it, but that's not what killed him.
Well, he committed suicide, James, because of psychological issues that probably weren't helped by him trying hallucinogenic drugs.
Didn't commit suicide. You don't know anything about him. You don't know what happened.
Okay, so what happened then?
Do you even know about Third Eye?
Go on.
You don't know about Third Eye. If you don't know about Third Eye, you know nothing about Liam's death. I mean, forget salvia.
Fine, tell me then.
Third Eye was a cult. We had our very own psycho cult operating right here from our village hall. And I got rid of them single-handed. I'm the one who got rid of Third Eye. Did they tell you that at the station?
Okay, start again. They were what?
You don't know anything, do you? Look. They were reeling in students, pretending to be some sort of happy life course, you know. We can make your life better sort of crap. Then they were putting everyone through this brainwashing program to make them compliant, and selling them on. It's all there.
What do you mean, selling them on?
Selling them. Like objects, commodities.
To who?
To anyone who could afford them. Top politicians, famous celebrities, wealthy businessmen, you name it.
What for?
You don't get it, do you? Third Eye were making and selling slaves. They were black market slave traders. They were wiping people's personalities using ECT, brainwashing, cocktails of hard drugs, deliberately turning them into perfect slaves. You know how much slaves are worth on the black market these days?
No.
Millions. And I'm talking per slave. That's why anyone who stood up to them and threatened to go public like Liam was just killed off. They didn't give a damn.
So you're saying Liam was murdered by Third Eye?
Exactly what I'm saying. That's why I started looking into it. They were all saying it was suicide, but there's no way.
So, did you ever actually meet Liam?
I found out about him.
And how did you find out about all this other stuff?
It's obvious, you can tell. I met some of the students. You could see straight away there was something wrong. They were like zombies. You know, I can tell when someone's got ECT damage or when they've been through mind conditioning. It's just obvious. I mean, US military used all these techniques back in the 50s. It's all documented, you can read about it. They showed all the same signs.
So, did you ever actually go to a meeting?
No, but I knew what went on.
How?
From what people said who'd been through it.
Okay, so do you know anyone I could speak to who did go through it?
Well, no. Look, it doesn't matter. Why did they close down if it wasn't true? They just closed down and disappeared overnight after I put all the flyers up. Bit of a coincidence.
But that was just after Liam died.
Yeah.
And do you think that had anything to do with it?
Maybe, but it was the flyers that forced them to close.
Okay. Do you mind if I keep this?
Yeah, you investigate it. It'll all come out. Third Eye definitely killed Liam.
Well, that was a lot to take in. Does James really believe all this stuff? This is the first I've heard about Third Eye. Question is, what's their connection with Atlas, if there is one?
Okay, here we go. Yeah, I don't know, this doesn't quite really latch on to me in my mind, but I guess it makes sense. We give him like herbal tea for some really strong homebrew, really? Okay, so there's this now. I gotta ask around about that one.
Be back later on, if that's okay. Just a few more questions, if you don't mind. Have you seen this before?
Don't take any notice of that.
Why?
James Wilson is a fantasist. He spends his time pretending to cast spells in the woods. He's not exactly a stable person. And, I heard that he was involved with growing cannabis.
Really?
Well, don't quote me on that.
So you don't think there's any truth at all to this?
None at all.
James casts spells in the woods. Yeah, it's interesting she says that. Anyway. Can I even in a remotely super long shot get anything from all of this? Any of this? I don't think so. Wait, did she say something about James before? No, it doesn't seem so. So I guess they must be thinking of somebody else. Okay then, moving on.
Thank you. Probably be back later. Ask about a few more things, please. Have you seen this before?
Oh, is this the thing that James did? Yeah, I've heard of it.
What do you know about all this? A third eye, I think they were called?
I don't really know anything about it. I mean, I've heard about Liam's death, but all I know about Three Eyes or whatever is on this flyer.
So you hadn't heard about Third Eye?
No, sorry.
Okay. I guess I'll try. That doesn't need to be correct though. Yeah. Okay then. Anything else I can get? Doesn't seem so.
That's it for the time being, thank you. Have you seen this?
Yeah. It was all over college last year. James made it. Idiot.
So you don't agree with what I'm saying?
No, I don't agree with anything James says. He's absolutely crazy. He thinks that the government has been controlled by aliens and that we're all bugged. He's nuts.
Okay. Something here maybe? What did she say about the mask? She hasn't seen it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can dispute any of those claims. This is the closest thing I've got. Okay, oh, I did not check the special place. Why not? I can also check the woods.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Alright, hold on. Since I'm already here, maybe something will come up later. There's a piece of info. Right, nothing here. Alright then. Let's see. Anything now? No? Well, I'm shocked. In that case, straight to the main guy.
A couple more questions, if that's okay? What do you know about this?
Not much.
So you've never seen this before? You don't know anything about Third Eye?
Well, I don't remember seeing it now.
You don't recognize any of the symbols on it?
Sorry.
You really hammered it in. Doesn't recognize any of the symbols. What did he tell me about the mask? Yeah, what about this one?
Aha. Ryan, you've just told me all about the moon symbols on the mask, then you're claiming you don't know anything about the symbols on the flyer. It's all the same thing.
Oh, actually, yes. Sorry, yes, I do remember that.
So what did you know about Third Eye?
Oh, not much, really. Never came into contact with them.
That explanation was way too short. Ryan's definitely hiding something.
You don't say. He's definitely lying. Now, how do I get that piece of info? Who knows what he heard about Third Eye? Or the poster, maybe? I don't know. I guess Liam's death was kinda connected. Maybe this wasn't that when they were at the village hall, so maybe I'm wrong, I don't know.
Aha. According to the flyer, this Third Eye group was based at the village hall, is that right?
Was it?
That's where you were based, wasn't it? Yeah, you said you invented the Atlas phrase free to be free while you were based at the village hall.
So I did.
So you must have come into contact with Third Eye at some point. You were using the same hall.
Well, I'm afraid I haven't been entirely honest with you, Inspector.
Go on.
You see, Third Eye is, or was, Atlas under a different name. Sorry.
Atlas is Third Eye?
In a new improved form, yes.
And you ran Third Eye?
With Dad, yes.
So you must have known Liam. You didn't just meet him, did you?
Yes, I knew him, Inspector, but don't get your hopes up. All of this has been thoroughly investigated and cleared up.
You've been investigated about his death?
They dropped the case. We didn't have anything to do with it. Well, when I say drop the case, I mean a police investigation is one thing, but what the public thinks is another. They threatened to go public, and then James bloody Wilson started distributing his flyers, and that was it. No choice. There was an end to it.
You had to change the name.
We'd already paid the family an out-of-court settlement. I thought that was an end to it. But then James and his cronies, they wouldn't leave it alone. So we had to close down, buy a new place, rebrand. So eventually, we reopened here.
As Atlas?
As Atlas.
And it worked?
Up till now, yes.
So you knew James Wilson too?
We knew James, but he didn't know us as such. Oh, he was very quick to shoot us down, but he didn't do anything like actually coming to the course to see what he was about.
So James wouldn't know that you were now running Atlas?
Not unless he came to one of our courses.
And how much of all that stuff was true? ECT machines, brainwashing?
I'm afraid that exists only exclusively in the mind of Mr. Wilson. All we do is make better business people. We challenge their prejudices and presumptions. Why don't you come along and see for yourself? The course starts in 15 minutes. Excuse me, Inspector. Hello. I can't come back now. Well, you have my car at the moment. All right. All right. See you later. That was Dad. I have to go back. You can come and meet him if you like.
Well, I might come and have a chat.
Come with me. To be perfectly honest, Dad's a great businessman, but he lacks imagination. He does, however, believe in the power of the individual, when taught by the right teacher, of course. Ryan! In here. Just coming. He's through here.
To whom do I owe the pleasure?
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm investigating a death in the village. I believe you knew Kate Vine.
Oh, I thought all this was dealt with, Inspector. You do know that Kate Vine was a gherkin short of a big mad. You do now.
Father.
You must forgive my son, Inspector. He still can't summon up the courage to come straight to the point. So what do you want to know?
Well, a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Oh, but I do mind. I'm a very busy man. Try asking an intelligent question, like, do I mind being quizzed about a once promising student who turned into a useless drunk? Ryan, would you mind leaving us for a while?
I'll go back to the centre. I have one or two things to prepare. Call me if you need me, Dad.
You may begin, Mr. Holmes, although I'm not going to be able to help you. I don't have much to do with the course nowadays, so I can't give you any hard information.
That's as maybe, but we
No,
need...
that's as is. But if you want my opinion, I'd be quite happy to give it to you. So, far away.
Okay, thank you. Well, Paul certainly doesn't take any prisoners. It's obvious who's pulling the strings in this family, and I wonder what they got up to in their previous guise as Third Eye. 8 o'clock already.
Oh boy, another person to ask stuff. There is quite a bit.
What do you know about this?
So you've been graced with Goebbels' company already, have you? James, our local minister for propaganda. I suppose Ryan already told you about our actual previous incarnation.
He explained, yes.
Did he tell you anything scandalous?
Not unless you count the suicide.
Well, these things happen.
Was it your idea?
The suicide?
Third Eye.
Yeah, I suppose it was. Yeah. As my son had started to atrophy, I decided I ought to give him something to do.
And Third Eye was the same as Atlas, teaching business skills.
Very similar.
So Liam's death didn't prompt you to make any changes?
There was nothing we could do about Liam's death, Inspector, any more than we could do anything about Kate's. It was out of our control.
You can't blame me for wondering, Paul. 2 student deaths in 2 years.
It's called a coincidence, Inspector. I expect they ate fast food also. But you're not investigating all the local chippies, are you?
What about the suicide though? Was that your idea? Okay, I thought I clicked at the top, but apparently not. Okay, he gave me some interesting info here. Anyway.
How well did you know Kate?
Hardly knew her at all. Met her a few times. At the course, that's about all.
So when was the last time you saw her?
Last Friday. I just popped down to the course and about 7.
Did you speak to her then?
It's possible.
And how did she seem? Was she happy, sad, preoccupied?
She was drunk.
Do you know if Kate had lost this? It's her driving licence.
How would I know that?
You didn't see it lying around anywhere?
No.
Nice. I forgot about this delivery. It's so good. Oh yeah, let's ask him about Cymon Thompson's bike. You surely know about this.
Did you know anything about Cymon Thompson's bike?
No.
Nice. I knew it. Okay. Well, come on, man. We could have milked for one more. Ask him about the screwdriver as well. You wanna know about the bottles? How do you know? Come on. Be serious.
Ever tried Cymon's homebrew? Simon Thompson?
No, I haven't. I wouldn't touch anything that has had Cymon's fingers in it.
Okay. Moving on.
Have you seen this before?
Looks familiar. Where did you find it?
It was, in the woods.
Presumably had something to do with Kate or her killer.
Well, that's what I'm trying to establish.
Shouldn't it be in an evidence bag, Inspector, in case of contamination?
I didn't have one with me, unfortunately.
Well, don't go testing it for DNA, will you? It's got yours all over it.
What do you know about this?
It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol we use sometimes on the course. Little bird in cage flying away. Freeing themselves from their past is the analogy.
So do they get them when they join the course or something?
No, not as a rule. I think I bought one once as a present.
Oh, not for Kate, by any chance?
No. Not for Kate. I can't really remember who it was for. A birthday present, maybe for one of the students.
Which student?
I've no idea.
A liar. No, we may not get that info. No, but in due time.
What do you know about this?
Looks like a mask.
You don't recognize it?
Not particularly. Looks like a monarch mask.
What's a monarch mask?
Monarch is fancy dress outfitters. Ryan goes there sometimes.
Have you ever seen one of these before?
I believe it's a scrying mirror, pagan thing.
Ever used one?
Why would I use a scrying mirror?
So you have no interest at all in this sort of thing?
No.
Does the Atlas course use them at all?
Not at all. Strange question.
You gotta cover all my angles.
Could you tell me a bit about this?
Had it designed by an agency.
And when was that?
Last year.
Is that when you started the business?
Yes, I suppose so.
What did you hear about an argument in the pub last Friday?
I didn't go to the pub last Friday.
You didn't hear anything about an argument in the pub?
Should I have?
No, that's fine.
Hold on, like, didn't he say? Oh, that was at the meeting ago. Okay, never mind. Well, that would be maybe too easy anyway.
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
I presume you've seen an Atlas student doing that.
Ah, so this is an Atlas thing.
Well, it wasn't exactly our idea. The students started doing it spontaneously to show commitment to the cause. Cute, really. Which student did you see doing that?
I'm not sure, but he was carving it into a tree. I told him to stop.
Did you really? Why?
Defacing public property.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What's the punishment for that kind of thing nowadays? Prison sentence?
It's usually a fine.
All right. What about defiling public liberty? Does that carry a fine too?
Oddly enough, the student in question argued a similar point. Is that something you encourage on the Atlas course?
We encourage people who put ideas first and moral anachronisms second. The problem with the law, Inspector, is that it's out of date.
Well, I suppose that's a matter of opinion. However, you still respect it.
Respect it? I abide by it. We all play by the book, Inspector, but that's only because of the threat of possible incarceration.
How well did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam, who took his life.
Oh. Well, as far as I remember, he was a good student, confident, outgoing.
You didn't notice any problems?
I believe he had problems at home.
Were you there when he died?
Yes.
And afterwards? You didn't see him after the meeting?
No.
What was Liam like that night?
No. Apart from being drunk, or possibly because of that, he seemed perfectly happy.
He was drunk?
Well, I assume the bottle in his hand contained whiskey and not lemonade.
Lots of similarities to Kate, don't you think? Drinking, depression, is that normal for the students?
People come into the Atlas course for quick solutions to their problems. And when they don't get them as quickly as they might have liked, sometimes their impatience gets the better of them.
Can you tell me a little about the Atlas phrase, free to be free?
Where did you hear that?
I was talking to one of your students.
It's a little phrase we conjured up to summarize our objectives.
What is your objective, if you don't mind me asking?
Mine, or do you mean the course's objective?
On the course.
The objective of the course is to free people from bondage. We teach that most people are crippled by their past, by guilt, their attitudes, their beliefs, all that kind of nonsense.
Guilt cripples people?
Feeling guilty in business is like a meat eater feeling guilty in an abattoir. Guilt comes from the archaic emotional centers of the brain. It's a vestige of our animal ancestry, that's all. In business, you heed it at your peril. I'm sorry, Inspector. My house appears to be haunted. Would you mind closing the door?
So, you believe that guilt has no place in business?
None at all. I have few beliefs, Inspector, but that's one of them.
And what if you have done something wrong?
Well, that's the whole point. Guilt has nothing to do with it.
Interesting opinion.
It's funny, like, at one point he said all that nonsense, but we don't pick up on that, I guess.
Know what this is, by any chance?
I've no idea. Gardening isn't my kind of thing. Rebecca would probably know. I presume you've met Rebecca.
Yes, I have.
I'm sure she'd enjoy telling you what it is. She's the kind of woman who likes to feel superior. Would probably marry a millionaire and then decide to run her own pub.
Yes, why was that?
Well, she isn't exactly housewife material. She likes to be in control. Like Ryan. Shame, isn't it, that I'm in control of both of them?
Okay. That was an action-packed scene, so to speak.
Have you ever heard of Salvia divinorum, or magic mint?
Sounds like it might be a drug.
It's a hallucinogenic plant. Legal, as a matter of fact.
I'm not a drug taker, Inspector. I have no enthusiasm for voluntarily poisoning your brain.
And you've never seen anyone on the course taking it?
Well, if someone had, they wouldn't have done it openly. We don't allow drugs or alcohol on our course. We like to tell the students that success is the best drug. Whether you buy into that, of course, is another matter.
Yeah, I heard about that. No drugs or alcohol on the side type of thing, but then again, the guy is openly drinking in my face. Man, that was a lot. I mean, that is a lot. I don't know, do I have something here? I think I have possible setups for the future. I might get some more info. Oh yeah, there is this, isn't there? Let's see.
Aha. So if you don't allow drink or drugs onto the site, why did you allow Liam to drink whiskey all night?
Well, we did give him various warnings. Did try to stop him, but didn't work.
But you let him stay on the course?
Yeah, well, we couldn't throw him out. This isn't a primary school, Inspector. We're not the police. We can't enforce these rules. If they pay their fees, they're entitled to stay on the course.
And what if they want to take drugs?
As long as they do it with discretion, frankly, I don't care if they want to wipe or inject paint stripper all over their faces.
Do you store any alcohol at Atlas?
No.
Is there a kitchen?
Why, do you want to go down there and check?
Well, obviously you wouldn't mind if what you're saying is true.
Of course I wouldn't mind. It's past the lavatories down the corridor, but you won't find any drugs in there or alcohol.
Whether I find alcohol at Atlas or not, it probably isn't particularly relevant. But it's worth a look anyway.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Alright, I found something. Anything else? Okay then, I guess I'm gonna leave.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
I can always come back.
I get the feeling I might be seeing a lot of Paul tonight.
Oh, you definitely will be. But that's gonna happen more like next time. Oh, you can replace these from here? Interesting. Is that all of them? Seems like it. No, maybe not. Okay, interesting. I don't think this was present before, although I haven't played in a long time, so I could be wrong about that. So I'm gonna save here. Sure, why not? And I'm gonna go. So that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.